Hey there, how are you guys? So I figured since my PS4 is just taking forever to install this update patch for Uncharted 4 because I just got it recently, and I just didn't want to sit there and wait for the update to finish installing and downloading. So it's annoying. So I figured since that's the case, I didn't want to sit there forever to wait for an update so I can enjoy a video game. I just want to, I figured since that happened, so I figured why not tell you guys the best movies of 2016 that I personally enjoyed. And I just want to throw out a few disclaimers here that I haven't really seen every single movie yet that came out in 2016. There were a lot of movies that I really wanted to check out and review for you guys, but I just never got around to doing that. And I just don't have the time and money to invest in every single movie that came out in 2016. So I hope you guys can understand that. Yeah, so I just got that disclaimer out of the way. So let's get into the list. But first, I do have one honorable mention, and that is going to be for the Jungle Book that came out in 2016, obviously. And it was a live action version of a Disney classic from like 1967, and now there was another live action version that I saw a long time ago when I was a little kid. I think that one was released in 1994. I don't think now this is just me, but I don't remember too much. But I don't think any of the animals even talked in that film. I'm not mistaken, that is. But feel free to let me know down below in the comments if you seen the 1994 version. But anyway, that's off topic. It's going to be an honorable mention simply because I found that there were other movies that were on the list that were better than this movie, me personally. So, this movie does have great CGI. It really is hard to believe that this was actually filmed on a studio set in Los Angeles, because it was. It wasn't filmed in an actual jungle. It was filmed in the studio in Los Angeles. But yeah, and that just really shows you that how just terrific the technology is now. You can make studio sets look like actual, lands, and that's amazing. Despite the fact that I thought this movie was phenomenal, and all the CGI it's amazing. It looks like real animals, like really great and everything. But I just didn't. I just thought there were other movies that were better. So that's the reason. So but without further ado, let's get into the list, guys. Okay, now you guys are going to be probably pretty surprised by this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Coming at number 10 is Ratchet Clank. Yes, okay, I know you guys are going to say, you suck. You suck so bad. You have horrible taste in movies. You are just the worst person on earth. Why on earth would you ever put the worst video game adaptation movie ever created? Are you nuts? Are you kidding me? This movie is not, it should be on no one's best list. Are you kidding me, dude? Well, here's the thing, guys. I don't suck. For one, I do not suck whatsoever. Okay? I'm going to explain here. Now, no, I'm not, I don't suck, and I have good taste in movies. I do, but I'm also the kind of person that likes to give movies a chance, and I'm also the kind of person that likes to be honest if I really do truly love the movie, and I'm also the kind of person that doesn't like to jump on the hate train of certain movies just because, critics give it a bad review or a bad score or something like that, Yeah, I mean, I love this movie personally because I think that it does everything just right. Really, what more could you do? I mean, with Ratchet Clank, there isn't a whole lot you can do with it. I mean, yeah, now there's an origin background, but there really isn't too much you can do with Ratchet Clank that hasn't already been done in the movie. Now me personally, I love the video games. You guys know that I love the games. I love the Ratchet Clank games. I played the new. I actually do have the new PS4 game, and it's great. I love the PS4 game. I beat it, and in a matter of a few days. Yeah, but I love the movie too. The movie's great, and and I don't know. It's just. I gotta be honest here. I gotta be upfront and just give you guys a really accurate list. So, yeah, Ratchet Clank is at my number 10, simply because I just enjoyed it more than The Jungle Book, and you would think that The Jungle Book would make it on this list, but it didn't. So I really have to be dead honest with you guys and not try to jump on the hate train of certain films just because like critics give it a bad rap or a bad review or bad rating on Rotten Tomatoes or something like that. So I don't want to hinder myself. I don't want to lie to myself and say that it's bad because I truly think it's great. I think it's amazing. I just think that it does everything that it needed to do right. There really isn't too much you can do with it, like I said. I will say it was really more of a fan service video game adaptation movie for the fans of the games, and now which I am. I am a huge fan of the Ratchet Clank games. You guys know that. I love the games. I talked about, well, this movie on the channel. It's on my channel right now. You guys can check that out. I love the movie personally, and I actually gave it 2 grades. I gave it, I mean, for people who are casuals and and they actually don't really follow video games, I gave it a B plus, and I also gave it an A minus for people who are true fans of the games like me, and that's why. So, and to be honest, I actually prefer it over the Jungle Book. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get a bad rap, but I know. Yes, I actually do prefer this movie over the Jungle Book, and which is why the Jungle Book didn't make the list. So I'm sorry. I have to give you guys an accurate list. So, and this is one of the movies that really did it for me. So yeah, Ratchet Clank is at number 10. So coming at number 9 is going to be Utopia. Yeah, this is the kind of Disney animated movie that really did capture and really just explore the overall stereotypes that are in the real world and reality, and that's one of the best things that this movie has going for, and yeah, I really do appreciate that, and it makes it more mature. Like it just makes it more mature in that sense because of those stereotypes that we do experience in reality. So, and that's one of the reasons why Utopia makes the list based on that reason. So yeah, yes, Utopia is is an excellent Disney animated movie, and it comes at number 9. So yes, Utopia, number 9. So coming at number 8 is going to be Finding Dory. Now, I'm a huge Pixar fan. I love Pixar movies. I actually was a really big fan of Finding Nemo. It came out in 2003. I was like a little kid back then, and I remember watching the VHS tape, and I also eventually got the DVD. I do plan to buy it on Blu-ray at some point, but yeah, but this movie in particular, Finding Dory, Pixar, wow, they have done it again with Finding Dory. Of course, just great voice acting from Ellen DeGeneres that does the voice for Dory, and I love this movie a lot. It explores the story of Dory. That just rhymed. Cool. It really does explore the story of Dory. It really shows how bad that short-term memory loss was around for the longest time. And it really showed like how much damage it can do to your whole life of living. So this is just a fish. So that made it even more appealing too. What else can I say about a Pixar film that hasn't already been said? So, I mean, Pixar has done it again, and I hope they continue to make greatness in Disney Pixar's history. So I have nothing more to say about Finding Dory other than it's a stunning looking Pixar movie, and I love Disney Pixar, and I hope they continue to make really good animation. So so Finding Dory comes at number 8. Coming at number 7 is going to be The Shallows. Now, this is not the kind of movie that is going to win like any awards, I don't think. But now the reason why it's actually on the list is because I am a huge sucker for horror films. I love horror movies. I love them my whole life. You guys have been following my channel for a long time. If that is the case, you guys know that I'm a fan of the genre. I love the genre. It's my favorite genre of all time. I love everything about horror. You know, I love the intensity. I love the suspense, and I love the gore at times too. You know, and The Shallows does do everything that's close to that. And you know, and we haven't really got good shark movies in a very long time since like Steven Spielberg's Jaws, you know, which that's a long time ago. Yeah, you know, and this movie really did come close to being a really great shark survival horror thriller. And yeah, I mean, it's probably not going to win any awards, but I figured I put it on this list because I'm a huge sucker for horror. It's my favorite genre of all time, and yeah, it deserves to be on this list because it has blood. I mean, just considering the fact that it is PG-13, it's got blood in it, and you know, and it's got quite a bit of it actually. And I was kind of surprised when I left the theater, and I'm like, huh, it's PG-13 and it's got blood in it. I really do love Blake Lively. I think she's gorgeous in the movie, and she also does give a really good performance too. Yeah, you know, we haven't had good shark movies in a long time, so that is why I think it does everything just right. Minus the fact that you know, despite the fact that it has like it just odd techno music that I just thought felt out of place and it just didn't really fit in the movie. And I thought they could have just not do it, you know, not put that music in there. But yeah, you know, it did have intense music near the end, but that's besides the point. But yeah, other than that, this movie's great. This movie's very, very good, and it deserves it deserves to be on this list. So, The Shallows comes at number 7. So coming at number 6 is going to be The Revenant. Yeah, I am. Yeah, and before you say anything, I am fully aware that this movie did come out in very limited theaters back in 2015. But since this movie was released globally, you know, officially, you know, globally, you know, worldwide, meaning the whole world got a release in theaters back in January of 2016. So that's why I'm including it on here is because, well, it's a excellent movie. It's phenomenal. It's one of Leonardo DiCaprio's best he's ever produced or acted in. I absolutely love The Revenant. Without getting into any spoiler territory, I want to acknowledge that the grizzly bear scene was obviously one of the best I've seen in a very, very long time, and it looked incredibly real. I'll just leave it at that. And oh my gosh, Leonardo DiCaprio is great in this movie, and he's just amazing. Oh my gosh, I can't stress enough how good he was in this film. It's probably the best January movie I've seen in a long time because usually January is usually the month where all the crap, I mean, like all the crappy movies come out. So yeah, and yeah, this is definitely just a phenomenal January film. So yeah, great performances all around, and that's why The Revenant comes at number 6. Okay, now we get into the good stuff. Coming at number 5 is going to be Deadpool. Yeah, who didn't see this one coming? Deadpool is one of the greatest Marvel cinematic characters. Well, not cinematic. Well, okay. Deadpool is definitely one of the greatest Marvel superheroes ever, in my opinion, because he's so different than any other hero. Because he'll poke fun at tons of things. You know, this is the kind of movie that pokes fun at other comic book movies, like in the past. I mean, now this movie has also seen Ryan Reynolds, because everyone knows that Ryan Reynolds actually did portray this character before in the past, but this movie has also seen him, portray this character before in the past. So that was actually kind of funny. And, this is one of those movies where it's so different from other comic book movies. It really is different because, it pokes fun at, for one thing, it pokes fun, at itself and at other comic book movies. And what other comic book movie does that? None, right? So that's one of the reasons why Deadpool did in fact make the list, because man, Deadpool is just excellent. The humor's there. The raunchiness is just awesome. Yeah, I mean, Ryan Reynolds was so. I mean, he portrayed the character Deadpool perfectly. I think there's just no other actor that can play a great Deadpool like Ryan Reynolds. There's just no way. Uh, Man, this guy's amazing, and I have no more else to say about Deadpool. If you haven't seen it already, it's out on Blu-ray. It's out on many other formats. So see Deadpool if you have the chance. Definitely check it out. So. Oh, and wow, Deadpool well deserves the R rating that it has because a lot of violence, a lot of nudity, a lot of raunchiness, and that's what Deadpool's all about, you know, because I mean, he loves to crack jokes and everything, make fun of certain things. That's a Deadpool that we all wanted, okay? That's true Deadpool, all right? It stays true to the comic books, and that's the key thing you had to remember when making a movie like Deadpool. You have to stay true to the comic books, and you know this movie definitely succeeded at that. And this obviously made Fox a lot of money. 20th Century Fox, it made them a ton of money, and you know people were going to go see this regardless of the R rating. And I'm glad that you know they didn't do this whole cop out thing where we have to make everything PG-13, like every comic book movie PG-13. It really pisses me off when certain studios think that, you know, oh yeah, if we just make it PG-13, like we'll get everybody to see it and we'll just worry about making money at the box office. And no, this was way more than that. It focused on you know, delivering a quality good, true Deadpool film. You know, that's what we appreciate with certain comic book movies, and that is going to continue with future R-rated comic book movies, and it's already begun. So, yay Deadpool for that. And yeah, I mean, I was super surprised at how much I loved it. And however, it wasn't perfect, but I did really love it. So that is why Deadpool comes at number 5. So coming at number 4 is going to be Swiss Army Men. Wow, such a great movie regarding friendship. This is one of the best, this is one of the best performances that Daniel Radcliffe has ever given in his entire career, besides Harry Potter. I mean, he was great as Harry Potter and everything, but wow, just pulled off a great, you know, farting deadcore, which was really funny. And yeah, this is definitely one of the best I've ever seen from him, and I hope to see him in more movies besides Harry Potter. So yeah, yeah, yes, I understand Harry Potter's over and everything, but you know, I haven't seen, yeah, what was that movie called? I have not seen that, the new recent movie that just came out that is related to Harry Potter. Oh yeah, The Beast and Where to Find Him. Yeah, The Beast and Where to Find Him. Haven't seen that movie yet. I heard it's great. I really do want to see that at some point. But yeah, yeah, and the reason why I brought that up is because it's related to Harry Potter. So that's all. Thanks to the artistic directing style that this movie went for, you know, it didn't want to follow the whole blockbuster trend. You know, it went in its own direction. And you know, that's what I respect about it the most. Yeah, and this was really the kind of movie that really fell like under the radar, and not a lot of people saw it. Now I know critics loved it, but not people that I know personally. So yeah, definitely a unique experience. Definitely an original movie that you should definitely see, and well deserves to be on this list for very specific reasons. And yeah, so that is why Swiss Army Men comes at number 4. Coming at number 3 is going to be, of course, Captain America Civil War. Who didn't see this one coming? This was one of the best, I mean, actually, it's the best superhero, you know, it's the best comic book movie we had this year by far. I mean, who can forget the airplane scene? Who can forget, you know, the overall, you know, picking sides, you know? Personally, I don't pick either. I liked both sides, in fact. I kind of preferred Cap's side, but I also kind of understand well, you know, Iron Man's side. But, you know, this was the kind of movie that really showed you, you know, you don't really have to pick either side because you can understand both sides. And that's what I loved about it. It really explored that, and this movie made a lot of money, and it really succeeded at whatever it was trying to do. And yeah, this is a no-brainer. It well deserves to be on this list. It's entertaining. The story is not, it's far from convoluted, way far from it. And yeah, I have nothing more to say about it. Who can forget, the whole airplane scene. It's well, well directed and well choreographed, and nothing more to say about it. Check it out when you get the chance on Blu-ray or something. But yeah, I'm pretty sure die-hard comic book fans and movie fans loved it already. So why should I even say any more? Waste my time. Out of the Captain America trilogy, this is definitely the best. So yeah, it's on the list. That is why Captain America: Civil War comes at number 3. So coming at number 2 is Don't Breathe. You guys all notice I'm a huge horror fan. It's by no means a secret by now. I mentioned it earlier. So yeah, it's Don't Breathe had everything going for it. I wasn't really looking forward to it. However, it was pretty promising by the trailer I saw in theaters. When I saw, I think it was The Shallows. I remember I saw the trailer, the previews, everything right before the movie started, and once I left the theater, I was blown away by it. It was super appealing. It was really, really suspenseful. Really, just in your face. All the performances are amazing. Jane Levy, Stephen Lang, they are both Oscar-worthy in my opinion. I thought Stephen Lane pulled off A Blind Person flawlessly. I think it's definitely my favorite horror thriller of this year. One of the best, if not the best. So yeah, this movie had really everything going for it. I was really looking forward to it, and it truly did deliver. There's absolutely no jump scares whatsoever. It's just full-on suspense, and that's what I love about horror films. This is the kind of director that really knows the genre pretty well. So yeah, that is why Don't Breathe is at number 2. Now, my number 1 pick for best movie of 2016 is 10 Cloverfield Lane. You guys probably didn't see this coming. This is my favorite movie of 2016 by far. As of right now, this is my favorite. I haven't seen like any of those Oscar-worthy movies like Silence. I haven't seen Hacksaw Ridge. I haven't seen Nocturnal Animals or Rogue One or Sausage Party. Haven't seen any of those movies. I really am interested in seeing those at some point. I will do reviews on them one of these days when I get around to it, when I ever see them. But yeah, I will check them out at some point. But yeah, this is my favorite as of right now. Yeah, all the performances are amazing. It's one of the best psychological thrillers I've seen in years. And I think that John Goodman gives the best performance in his entire career. I really didn't see John Goodman in this movie. I saw that character he was portraying, really, Howard. Yeah, and as far as Michelle, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, phenomenal performance overall. From the writing, from the directing, from the performances by Mary Elizabeth Winstead and John Goodman, these two were amazing in this movie. They were just brilliant, just excellent. Definitely the best psychological thriller I've seen in many, many years to come. I'm sure there's going to be more of these kind of movies, and to be honest, I've never seen the first Cloverfield. Even though this has nothing to do with that one, it's pretty much a spiritual successor to Cloverfield, the 2008 film. But I've never seen that, so I have no clue if it's any good or not. Have no clue at all. Like, as of right now, this is my favorite movie of 2016 by far. Now keep in mind, haven't seen like any other like Oscar-worthy movies like Silence, that Martin Scorsese film. Haven't seen that yet. Or any of those other films that I just mentioned earlier, like Hacksaw Ridge, Nocturnal Animals, Sausage Party, all that stuff. Rogue One. I haven't seen any of those movies yet, but I want to get around to them. at some point. 10 Cloverfield Lane did everything perfectly, did everything that I was looking for, did everything just right, and it well deserves my #1 spot for that reason, because it gave me so much immersion, so much excitement that no other movie has ever given me this year. So, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as what I've seen, so yeah, definitely worth checking out, and it's worth your time, definitely. So yeah, that's gonna be all, guys. Hope you guys had a really good Christmas and a Happy New Year. There just wasn't any other movie in 2016 that has just given me so much immersion from beginning to end. It's just like, this was the movie that did all of that for me, and for that reason, 10 Cloverfield Lane well deserves my #1 spot. 10 Cloverfield Lane did it better than any other movie has done it this year, as of right now. So yeah, I mean, so what are your guys' picks for best movies of 2016? I would love to hear your guys' opinions down below in the comment section. I will be sure to read that. You guys already know this is my last video that I will be filming in 2016. I will see you guys in 2017 for my worst list of worst movies of 2016. So we'll look forward to that. Yeah, that's gonna be all. So until next time, everybody, take it easy, guys, and take care, everyone.